Continued in-depth coverage tonight. Some of the candidates are joining us in our studio to discuss today's key races.
And with us, with Karen Adams, is the candidate for Rhode Island Governor, Frank Caprio.
All right, thank you, Mike and Aaron. So now it begins. You didn't have to sweat it out through a primary, so kind of an easy day for you as far as what were you watching, what were you thinking?
Well, it was a busy day all around the state, and the people have spoken. A lot of changes are going to be coming up in the General Assembly, a lot of new faces, and that's a good thing for Rhode Island. A lot of big changes, so we're going to stay focused on what the people of Rhode Island want, and as far as I'm concerned, they want lower taxes, and they want to see people that go up to the State House and make big changes, and that's why I'm running.
Well, now Robitaille's been declared the winner, so you've got him, you've got Chafee. What are your thoughts as to who your chief competitor, so to speak, will be as you go into this general election?
Well, this is about what the people of Rhode Island want, so there's a lot of people running for governor, and I'm going to stay focused on what's going on around the kitchen tables across our state right now. I know that everybody has that pile of bills, and they're doing their best to keep up with the bills, and they're pushing some off into next week and next month, and the state has to make the same sacrifices that the families across our state are making right now to keep up with what's going on around their kitchen table.
What about your plan of attack as far as your campaigning, your political ads, things like that?
Well, the campaign will be a full campaign, getting the message out to all Rhode Islanders. But it's more important, that one-on-one touch here in Rhode Island. You got to get out and meet the people, and they want to know you, and they want to know what you're all about, and that's what I'm going to be focused on.
We've seen some of the campaigns really go negative in the final hours of this primary. What's your focus? Are you just going to stay focused on economy, jobs?
Well, when there's a contrast, you make the contrast. If someone wants to raise taxes, I don't think that's the right message, so we'll highlight that. But again, people are very upset now, and they're looking at their own budget and their own pile of bills and saying, how can I get through this week and this month? And I get that, and I'm going to work hard to cut out the wasteful spending up at that State House, and that's why I'd like to get up there and make some big changes.
Republicans have held that seat for 16 years in that governor's office. You think you're going to be able to unseat them?
Oh, most definitely. This is going to be about the future of our state and listening to the people of Rhode Island, listening to their best ideas, and putting in place a plan that works. And that's why I'm running, and I look forward to the upcoming campaign.
Well, we've got a Caprio, well-known name throughout the state of Rhode Island, and a Chafee, a very well-known name through the state of Rhode Island. How are you going to make the difference there for name recognition that people are going to remember Caprio and not Chafee?
Well, I'm going to be out there, introducing myself to everybody across the state, and again, this is about the small businesses in our state, and if every small business added one job, we cut unemployment in half, and it's about cutting out the wasteful spending in our state. So that's really what this election is going to be about.
Greg, do you think you learned anything from this primary as far as voters' attitude? I know it was low turnout, but did you think you learned anything from voters' attitude?
Well, most definitely. People are paying close attention to what's going on, and people want to see big changes. So you have to understand that you can't underestimate the intelligence of the voter in Rhode Island. People want to see the government working as hard as they do.
And you hit the ground running tomorrow?
Oh, we've been working very hard.
Well, I know, but now you really got to kick it up, right?
That's it. We got 7 weeks until Election Day.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks, Karen.
All right.